Right, so I'm down here to give you a further update on 33, whose actual name is Kathy. I looked it up the other day. Now, you've seen her in a couple of videos. Let me just climb over, where I've been feeding her, and she's, oh, just dropped the camera case. She's not been able to get up. She's now at a stage, I'm just about to give her some food in a bit. She's now at a stage where she will get up, but not very well. Look, there she is. Come on. Come on, girl. Get up. Come on. Go on. Well done. Well done. Well done, Kathy. Right, if you give her a bucket of water. She's moved from here. I fed her this morning. She's moved from over to over here. Good girl. Hey. There you go. Do you want a drink? Good girl. Right, well, you saw that. That was a massive improvement. We were lifting her last week. So she calved 2 weeks ago. First week, nothing. We've had several vet visits. She's had antibiotics, she's had steroids, she's had pain relief. I'm not giving her any more drugs now because I think they're not doing any good. What we've got now is a case of patience. And I've never had a cow like this before, to be honest, because we've had downer cows in the past, and they usually fall into two categories. First category is, unfortunately, they just will not get up, and it doesn't matter what you do to them. You can lift them, numerous injections and everything, they won't get up, and eventually, sadly, they have to be put down. The second category is, normally I would expect a cow to get up and be mobile within sort of week to 10 days. And the thing with that afterwards is, normally once they get up, they usually are pretty good at sort of mobility. They'll go round and they'll be able to feed themselves and eventually come in the milking pile. The difference with this one, it's now taken 2 weeks for her to be able to get to the stage where she can get herself up. But she's still not willing to go to the feed barrier there, and she's still not willing to walk to the water trough. And that is a lot longer than I've ever known in a cow. But that's okay, because you saw there when I walked in, she knew I was going to get her up. She knew, and she got herself up. Now I'm going to give her a bit of silage in a minute. I've got to bed them down as well. So that's an update on 33. Kathy, come home. So, but let me just show you around her back leg. Look, there's still a problem here. This back leg now doesn't seem still quite right. She's not putting weight on that foot there properly, and you can see what we call knuckling a bit. It's not like that, it's sort of like that. Can you see? So she's still got issues. She's still got issues in the back. And it seems to, originally it was interesting. Originally I thought it was the other leg that was a problem, and now it seems to be this one on this side. And she's unwilling to put a lot of weight on that. I think partly because she's probably led, because the other leg was damaged, she led on the other one, and now she's made that number. The thing is, she's up. Right, I'm also going to show you the other one that I'm not sure about, and the vet's not sure about, and this is the heifer. I mentioned her before. Now, this heifer is due to calve now. Oh, right, let me just get back to you on that. Back again. Phone never stops ringing. Right, so heifer, young heifer, due to calve now. Doesn't look like it's in calf at all. Lost a lot of condition. So the story on this one is, we noticed she'd lost a lot of condition, and so we got the vet to look at her. He said possibly worms, so we treated with worm medicine. And we messed up there, or he messed up, because he didn't take any soil sample, didn't take any dung sample to do a worm count. So even though we treated her, we can't know now for sure whether she had worm problem or not, because the medicine would have killed any worms in her anyway. But if you'd done a dung sample earlier on, they could have counted the worm. I think it's the worm eggs they count in the dung, and then they can work out what her burden is on her, if you like, because the more worms an animal has, the worse they are. Anyway, very unusual. We've never had a problem with worms on this farm, so I was sort of thinking, well, probably not that anyway, but we treat her anyway. The other thing as well, someone said Johne's disease. And we actually had a blood test for Jones disease. Jones disease is well, you basically Google it, but basically it's a sort of wasting disease in cattle and causes diarrhea and stuff, and it's something that everyone's trying to get rid of in dairy herds, and we have certainly been trying to breed it out, and we get tests to show whether any cattle have got it, and then we don't put them to dairy followers because it's not a good thing to keep in your herd. So I didn't think it was Jones, but at the same time, oh, that cow's just wobbling around up there. At the same time, it was worth testing for it because she had all the classic symptoms: losing weight, diarrhea, and if you look under her chin, we'll have a look in a minute, there's a sort of swelling, and those are all the classic symptoms of Jones. Anyway, it's come back negative for that, so technically hasn't got Jones, hasn't got worms. Now my other thought now is, has she got some wire in her stomach causing her to well, that cow is moving. Look, let me just zoom in over there. She's not happy on her feet, but she is moving around. I think she's going to go down in a minute. She's gone back to the silage, I think, that was left. Oh look, she's eating. Right. So, yeah, what I was saying is, possibility she's actually got some wire in her. Now this is something that people aren't aware of, but you know, occasionally you can get bits of wire and stuff with all the work going on around the farm and stuff. If that gets into the silage, or she eats it when she's eating some hay or something, it can get into the stomach and perforate the stomach or something, cause real problems. So I don't know, but let's have a look. Look, she's eating fine. She's really bony, look. I would not be happy with that on any animal. She's lost a lot of condition. She's got this jaw. Can you see a sort of swelling under the jaw? Look there. And although she's due to calve, look, absolutely no udder on her. The interesting thing is, the vet did say there was a calf inside her, and we were like, oh no, that's horrible. Don't really want her to calve down, so I don't know what we're going to get with her. I'll be interested. I mean, I've had a lot of comments, people really helpful, some people aren't, but a lot of positive comments from other farmers who watch these videos and have given me tips and thinking what it was and everything like that. I'm sort of waiting to see now. I don't like having bad animals on the farm, and certainly from our point of view, that's not something we haven't neglected her. Same way as I'm not neglecting this cow. So I'm just showing you what we have to sometimes deal with. Look, I'll just give her a bit more. She's moving around. I'm really pleased. All right, Kathy. Look at you, girl. You go, girl. You go, girl. You're looking loads better, aren't you? So there you go. Kathy is feeling better, I think. Thank you for all the messages that people sent me. Oh, I'm going to choke up a minute if I'm not careful. Thank you for all the people that did message me privately, concerned about the cow, about Kathy, 33. It is nice to have that feedback on what I do, you know. Been down here 2 weeks now feeding her, not just me and my brother and the kids. We've been coming out, feeding her, giving her water and stuff, carrying food to her, giving her injections and stuff. And it is, you know, I'm no different from any other farmer. There's loads of us all around the country who deal with stuff like this, who don't get the recognition they deserve, who go beyond what people see. People think it's an easy thing feeding cattle and just getting milk out of them, or getting lambs and rearing them. There's so much that goes on in the background that people don't see. So showing you this is showing you what a couple of things I'm dealing with: the poorly cow, the poorly heifer over there. And do you know what? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. Okay, crack on everyone. Let's get going. Next time I hope to show you a video of her in the milking parlour, although that will be some time off yet, I think. And I'll let you know what happens with the heifer, alright? Cheers all, crack on. Come on, Kathy. Kathy, you're a legend. You know I'm talking about you, don't you?